Welcome to lesson 101 of A Course in Miracles. God's will for me is perfect happiness. God's will for me, it's perfect happiness. So that's what God's wishes are for me. This is like, if we look at that, God's will is all that exists. And of course, here we're looking at God as the source, the creator, energy. Okay, so we are made as the creator. Yeah. So if you think about the source, it comes the idea that is light, that is purity, that is power, that is blissful. Yeah. So if I'm part of the creator, well, then that's who I am too. So everything comes to a self-recognition of what we are. We are the same as God created us. Yeah. And his will is that we have perfect happiness. And yesterday with lesson 100, we're defining what happiness as what the course talks about. Happiness, not the happiness that is the happiness that we normally know, that I'm happy because I'm in a relationship, or I'm happy because I've got money, or I'm happy because I lost weight, or I'm happy because I healed my illness, or whatever we can connect to happiness. This is a deeper level of happiness, and we have to go really down deep to connect to this sense of what the course talk means in regards to happiness. Because the other happiness that we know about, that because it's due to something external, what we were identifying and what we've been identifying is that it just varies. Yeah. Now I'm happy because I've got something positive and I'm, and I achieved something, or, but now I'm unhappy because I lost it, or something that I judge as not right happened in my life. So that type of happiness is variable, really. It's not a happiness that we can just hold on to, yeah, at all. Yeah. But this type of perfect happiness that the book talks about is that sense of, joy, that sense of peace. And I at the moment, I mean, I'm not sure what I'm gonna feel later, but at the moment, this joy, happiness, it's equal to peace, it's equal to space, it's equal to silence. And silence of what? Silence in our minds. Yeah. So we've been talking about attacking thoughts. We've been talking about beliefs, thought patterns, the egoic mind. We've been talking a lot about that. But by this stage, you probably have identified your egoic mind and how crazy it is. I mean, I remember going through a stage that I could not go to bed without having headphones and listening to a talk, or to a meditation, or to something that would actually help me disconnect from this egoic mind, because this egoic mind was going crazy. It was going crazy because I was recognizing it more and more and more and more. So it wanted really to survive. So the thoughts were like constant, and it was really scary thoughts, So now that has succeeded. It's not that I don't have any thoughts and I don't go into games, but my mind it is calmer. There is more spaces that I can actually just connect to my breathing. That I can recognize the light within, and that I can connect to that silence within. So this is what the perfect happiness that the book talks about, and of course even more. We're in a journey, and there's a lot more that we're going to identify and experience. But as it is at the moment, 100 and lesson 101, if we're able to quiet down our mind a little bit, if we're able to recognize that that space of silence equals joy within, well, this is what the course talks about, at least for me. Yeah. It also talks about, if sin is real, salvation must be pain. Pain is the cost of sin and suffering can never be escaped. If sin is real, salvation must be feared, for it will kill, but slowly, taking everything away before it grants the welcome boon of death to victims who are little more than bones before salvation is appeased. Its wrath is boundless, merciless, but wholly just. I mean, when we listen to the words that when we read the words that the course uses, like they're really, oh God, my God, yes, oh my God, it's so full on, and the course is very direct, but just go at your own pace, whether you can identify these thought patterns that are so nasty and so destructive. Just see if you can stop for a moment and identify them. And when you identify them, don't blame yourself. See if you can connect back to your truth again. Yeah, because this is the game. Yeah, I identify my crazy mind, my egoic mind going crazy, and of course, if my mind is going crazy, my emotions are also very fast and very uncontrollable, and anything can tip me over. Yeah, especially for those that have younger kids or teenage kids. Well, you know what I mean. But anything, you know what I mean? Like, you could be just going with your head crazy, your emotions, like, and the dog barks, and you feel like shooting the dog, So it's that's how dramatic it gets within ourselves. Of course, that we're not gonna go and shoot the dog. Some people might, but in general, we don't act upon that anger that we feel or that frustration that we feel in general. But we're all capable. So the idea is for us to start really acknowledging that our minds are, going really fast sometimes. And how are we going to connect back to our power and to that silence within, and to that joy within? So be very patient with yourself. Be very kind with yourself. You're doing amazing. Not everybody's doing this journey, yeah? Some people just choose not to go through this awakening, so just go slowly, but stay committed, because I promise you that you will feel some peace, because I am feeling it already, and it is magnificent to be able to have your mind more quiet and to experience more presence in your body. So keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. We've got many lessons to go through, and you will see that each lesson will help you ground and ground and ground and ground more, and become more free of this egoic mind that we've been prisoners for such a long time. Many blessings, and see you tomorrow for lesson 102.